we're on day 7 of Autism Awareness Month, and today I just wanted to talk about the different levels of autism. So now the diagnosis of autism is what they call a spectrum. They actually call it Autism Spectrum Disorders because they've placed other disorders under the umbrella of autism. So I'm going to talk about a few of those and the different levels of the autism diagnosis itself. So the highest functioning disorder under autism spectrum disorders is Asperger's syndrome. So that's where someone just has a lot of issues with social interactions, may have very fine-tuned interests and only want to talk about their certain interests. Then you have pervasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified. I know, mouthful. PDD-NOS. That one's where they meet the criteria for Asperger's, but a little more severe, but not severe enough where they could be diagnosed with autism. So then you have the autism disorders, or autistic disorder is what they used to be called. I don't know. They change the names of these all the time. So if you're watching this at a later date, it might not all have the same names because they just keep changing it. Makes it really fun, right? They now have 3 different levels that they're using to classify autism. Autism 1, Autism 2, Autism 3. At least it's 1, 2, 3, right? Something easy. So number 1 is high functioning autism. They describe this level as needing support, but they can live a pretty normal life and function pretty well in society with support. Level 2, which is what both my boys are diagnosed with, is moderate autism, where they need substantial support in order to function, and it's a lot more severe behaviors than Autism 1. Autism 3 is low functioning autism. The person requires a lot of support, really can't go about their daily routines even without someone supporting them, without a lot of therapy. That's where they mainly classify nonverbal children is in the level 3 low functioning autism. And the last one that a lot of people don't talk about because I think it was just recently added to the autism spectrum disorders. It was a standalone diagnosis and then they put it also into, you're ridiculous. And then they attached it to the umbrella of autism. And that is childhood disintegrative disorder, or Heller's syndrome. I see. And this one, it's where you often have a typically functioning child developing as they should until early childhood, age 2 to 4 typically, but I've also seen case studies where children are diagnosed later, like 5, 6, 7, where all of a sudden they lose all of their communication ability. They start distancing socially. So because this syndrome affects social and communication skills, that's why they put it under autism, but it's very rare from what I've heard. It's often comorbid with children with seizures or seizure disorders. So yeah, that was just an overview of all of the disorders and the different levels of autism that are under the whole autism spectrum disorders umbrella now. Until next time, guys. Bye.